Hello everyone. So for my conservation project, I've decided to focus on the coral reef system that surrounds the Florida Keys. Specifically the reef system that is off the east coast of the Florida Keys. That area is, these reefs are super important to that area, both environmentally as well as economically. Um, this area sees a lot of ecotourism from all over the world. That brings in a lot of money to this area. That's super important, but more importantly is the biodiversity in this area. Um, Things such as the Caribbean reef shark, um, the frogfish, and the grouper all call these coral reef systems home. And they use it whether it's for prey or habitat or mating. It's very important to them. Some of these specific reefs in this area include Horseshoe Reef, Sombrero Reef, and Low-Key Reef, and these are just to name a few. And they all contain a high level of biodiversity, which makes it super important for us to conserve. Like many other coral reef systems, they've been in danger of bleaching and having their ecosystems ruined. One big factor in this is the overall rising water temperatures in the oceans have caused this bleaching, which because these corals are super sensitive to these temperature changes, and it just hasn't been good for them. And also invasive species in these coral reefs can change up the whole ecological systems that are in place, who's on top, who's on bottom, and it can mess up populations in these reefs. Luckily, there are people who are working on this and agencies in place. One example of this is the NOAA, and their partners have been using rapid growing corals to help try to restore these reefs in some areas. And the same organization has been removing invasive species that compete for space with the coral, such as algae. And I personally believe that introducing a species to these reefs that preys on something like algae could help the efforts to clear this algae and make more room for this coral, this fast-growing coral, to help restore these ecosystems. I think that's the key, and I think that introducing a new species that does this could be the key to restoring these coral reefs, especially down in the Florida Keys. Um, and overall, I believe the efforts currently going on the Florida Keys are great, but I think more resources and support should be directed towards this area, as it's a super important area of biodiversity.